Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to your boy's channel. You already know who it is, back with a brand new video. And if you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe button. So we got some unfortunate news concerning Henry Cavill's live-action Voltron movie. As you can see here at the title, Henry Cavill's live-action Voltron film won't release in theaters. Now, this is very disappointing, man, because it seems like Henry Cavill just cannot catch a break. And I love Henry Cavill as Superman. Of course, I didn't watch him as The Witcher because I just wasn't my cup of tea. But I grew up watching the Voltron cartoon, okay? I believe it was on Cartoon Networks. And the fact that we're not getting this as a live action in theaters really sucks. But let's get into this article and see exactly what the story is behind why this is not going to theaters. And instead, we'll be going to streaming. And it says here, Voltron is an upcoming live-action adaptation of the sci-fi action-adventure mecha anime, Voltron Defenders of the Universe. It was officially announced in March 2022 with Rawson Marshall Thurber, Red Notice Central Intelligence, attached as director and Amazon MGM Studios producing. Aside from Cavill, the highly anticipated film also stars Daniel Quintoy, Sterling K. Brown, Rita Ora, John Harlan, Kim Alba, Baptista Samson Ko, and Thorana Thoran, to name a few. Nobody that names stick out to me. They began filming in December of 2024 and wrapped up production in April of 2025. Many are already excited to watch the movie, but its newest update will surely leave many fans disappointed. Voltron is an adaptation of an iconic 1980s animated series and is one of the most anticipated upcoming releases from Amazon MGM Studios. Amazon has been resurrecting 1980s IPs just like Roadhouse. Unfortunately, despite reports about Amazon investing in movies for theaters, Cavill's Voltron was reportedly not getting the same treatment. Despite Amazon's commitment to theatrical exhibition, Voltron is going straight to their Prime Video streaming service. The Wrap reported the movie is not unprecedented because Roadhouse, the move is not unprecedented because Roadhouse, whose director thought it would have a theatrical release, also went straight to streaming. In the case of Roadhouse, the reaction that it would go straight to streaming was a bit more dramatic. Doug Liman, who directed the movie, even threatened to boycott its premiere. According to Liman, he filmed the movie using IMAX cameras because they intended it for the cinemas. To his disappointment, it didn't have a theatrical release. He alleged that Amazon promised several filmmakers theatrical releases for their projects, but their works were allegedly dumped on streaming. Jake Gyllenhaal, the main protagonist of Roadhouse, however, said it was just a misunderstanding because, to his knowledge, Amazon had always intended the film to be exclusive for streaming. There were reportedly no plans for a theatrical release. Lehman's public feud with Amazon over the issue may have cost him the sequel because Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes, The Gentleman, is taking over the director's chair for Roadhouse 2. At present, there's no reaction from director Thurber or Cavill regarding Voltron's release strategy. And as you can see, it says here, what is the point of getting a big budget Voltron film if you can't even watch it on the big screen? Exactly. The news is disappointing because a theatrical release offers a wholly different experience than streaming. That is true. It delivers bigger and more immersive visuals, which is perfect for live action adaptations like Voltron. Facts. Which involves giant mechas, space battles, and visual spectacles. Theatrical releases also generate more immediate buzz and reviews. It would also likely attract traditional moviegoers who want to experience it in the cinema because the streaming feels less eventful. That is true. Plus, it enhances the emotional experience when one watches the film in theaters and sees other fans' reactions. This creates a community and belonging. Additionally, giving a project a theatrical run elevates its movie status. In contrast, when a project goes straight to streaming, it can create the impression that the film is less cinematic or lower in quality, even if that's not true. That is true. For instance, in the case of Roadhouse, it was shot with IMAX cameras because the director intended it for the big screens. Streaming-only films prioritize volume and engagement and are often produced on tighter budgets. This latest movie just calls Amazon's MGM status as a major Hollywood production house into question. And that is true, man. It is disappointing if this movie It's disappointing that this movie is going straight to streaming. This movie should be seen in theaters. I feel like this movie would bring in a whole new generation. I would be excited to see this thing take off and see what Cavill can do with this. But it's like, yeah, when movies get pulled straight to streaming, it makes you feel like they're just not top tier budget films, they're lower budget. And obviously, Voltron with the makers and the beast and everything he has to fight, and you got the team running around on this island, it needs to be seen on the big screen. MG and Amazon, whatever you want to call yourselves, put this on the big screen. Let this movie be seen the way it is meant to be seen. I still love going to the theaters, okay? I don't go as much as I used to. I'm trying to get that back in my schedule. But this movie needs to be seen in theaters, not sitting on streaming services, seen on some, phone screen or your TV screen. No, we need this in IMAX, the big, beautiful screen they have in theaters. None of the TVs in the world can compete with that. Put this movie in theaters the way it was intended to be seen. It feels messed up that you have these directors shooting these movies in IMAX and then you turn around and you pull the rug from under them and you sit there and say, oh, we're just going to put it on streaming service instead. That's just stupid. You're wasting all your money having these movies made in IMAX just to put them on streaming. Put it on the big screen. That's the way the movie's intended to be seen. I really hope Henry Cavill gets a fair shake with this movie and some of his future projects that he has lined up. Because it seems like every time you turn around, this man is having the rug pulled from under him. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully this movie is a slam dunk. I'm definitely going to be checking this out. Anyway, that's all I got for this. Let me know anything in the comment section below. How do you feel about this movie going straight to streaming instead of going to the theaters? I'll catch you on my next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Peace. I'm out.